Now, one thing that I had to check myself on, and I hope that this message does the same for you, is simply this. You are not the problem. You hear me? You are not the problem. Now, you might have, I might have, we might have problematic ways, but you are not the problem. I am not the problem. We are not the problem. You dig what I'm saying?
Forgive me for devaluing you by devaluing me. And tonight, I repent. I change my thinking. I am important. I am valuable. I am special. I am an answer. I am a solution. I came to the world to make a difference. I am full of love. I am full of love. I am full of love. And I love myself. And I love myself. And I love myself. And I reject every negative thought about myself. I renounce every negative word about myself. Tonight, on this spot, I am brand new. I am reconnected to my original self. I am in the image of God. I am a new creation. All things have passed away. Tonight, I'm a new creature. I have found myself. And from this day, Lord, I promise to learn to love myself more.
So now the question is, right, where did that come from? John Trey, I hear you, but where did that come from? Well, it's simple, you know? And I know a lot of times when we're dealing with certain things, or when we're going through certain things, or when we're dealing with certain obstacles, trials, tribulations, challenges, whatever the situation may be, it's so easy for especially the strongest, right? Like especially the strong ones of us, right? To be like, nah, you know what? Hey, it's me. It's me. I'm the problem. You know what I'm saying? And we do that just so we can try to do our best, or I speak for me, but those who can relate can relate. I do that just so I can make sure I do my best to keep situations cordial. To not inflict any more dysfunction, any more chaos, any more confusion, irritation into a situation. But what I was not realizing that I was doing is, and we all heard this before, but words are powerful. And life and the death lie in the power of the tongue. And so me saying I'm the problem, though it's with good intent, is the wrong thing to do, right? Because again, like I said earlier, we can have problematic ways, but you are not a problem. You are a gift. You are chosen. You dig what I'm saying? You are needed. You were put here for a very particular reason. Out of millions and millions of sperms, you. Like, I really want you to hear me, man. Like, you were chosen. That right there alone should say everything that you need for it to say. And with me, I'm going to intentionally make sure this video is not long at all, because there's a lot of individuals right now who are thinking that they are the problem. And I know how that, man, hey, I know how that stuff go. You feel me? Like, I know how that stuff go. Because for some people, when they think they're the problem and they don't want to be the problem, they off themselves. And what we're doing right now is we're walking around and we're seeing a lot of individuals who have off themselves, metaphorically speaking or literally, that have off themselves just to avoid being a problem. And so they've stopped dreaming. They've stopped showing up for themselves and for others. They've stopped working hard. They've stopped creating goals for themselves. They've stopped expecting greatness for themselves. Because they feel like they are the problem. Listen, and I'm going to say this one more time. You are a gift. You are chosen. You were sent here directly from God, by God, in order to be able to solve a problem. You are not a problem. You dig what I'm saying? But you got to know that. You got to believe that. You got to study that in that word. You got to acknowledge that. You got to understand that. You got to walk in that. You got to own that. And once you own that, and once you know that you're great and that you're chosen, you will start then looking for solutions, because that's what you are. You are a solution solver. Okay, so if there was, like I did in a past video, some symptoms that I might have had, or some symptoms that I might have, that might be causing friction in between, whatever it might be, friendships, relationships, career choices, cash flow difficulties, intimate relationships, whatever the situation is. If there are symptoms that I can fix, that I can adjust, that I can change in order to be able to fix that symptom, fix that and create a solution for it, then I would, in better terms, because I know I stumbled over that a little bit. In better terms, I'm going to stop looking at things and looking at me and looking at characteristics that I have as problems and look at it as symptoms. For example, if you have a headache, is your headache the problem or is it a symptom? Because the reality is, you probably went out last night and got drunk. And so now you got a hangover. So now we know what the problem is. It's not your head. It's the fact you drunk too much. Right? So any situations that you might be having in any part or any area of your life, I can almost guarantee you, whatever those particular situations are symptoms. So then, because we're solution solvers, we then have to ask ourselves, okay, what's the root? What's the problem? And then once we can find that, we can fix that. Right? So I'm going to say this one more time for you. Listen, you are not the problem. I don't care what nobody try to tell you. I don't care what nobody try to sell you. I don't care how bad somebody don't know themselves and so they trying to project onto you. I don't care if it's a whole lot of arguments going on, frustration going on, crying going on. I don't care if you have not seen $1,000 hit your bank account and I don't know how many months, how many years. I don't care if your children don't understand what's going on right now. I don't care if your life is not where you want to be right now. I don't care if your parents are looking at you like you a failure. I don't care if you looking at somebody else like they failed. I don't care whatever the situation is right now in this moment. Just know this. You are not the problem. Are there a lot of symptoms? Absolutely. Do you need to find those and solve those? Absolutely. But before you can even do that, you first got to understand who you are and whose you are. And once you understand that, once you start giving yourself back that self-love, the world already out here trying to tear us down. We don't need you to do it for yourself either. You cannot become your biggest op. You got to be your biggest fan. You got to be your biggest stand. You got to believe in yourself if nobody else do. Because you understand who you are and whose you are. And if you don't know who you are and you don't know whose you are, then I advise you to watch some of these other videos that I have, because I've been doing that same journey, not just for myself, but for y'all. That's the only reason I created Transcend with Intention. Because I understand it is needed. I understand that there's a lot of us out here that are lost. Not because we want to be, but because we are currently. But like we just said, that's not a problem. That's a symptom. And we're solution solvers. And so again, if you need more information, if you need more wisdom, if you need more guidance, do yourself a favor and go and watch some of these other videos, because I promise you, they will bless you. I can guarantee you that. But even if you don't watch no other videos of mine, even if you don't do no other work today, no other self-improvement today, remember this right here. You are not the problem. Okay? So with that being said, man, I love y'all. This been yours truly, John Trey. And we out.